about yourself?
Mitch Griggs from Union County, and Packy got him over here to confirm that the Hooters is coming to
It
Young
is
Harris.
coming, right, Mitch?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hooters and
Yeah.
gambling casino.
Oh, we
Got the sound clip. See you later, Mitch. That's all we needed, man.
It's on, man. It's on. You got it right from the horse's mouth.
Come think about it, I think he's the first person we've ever had on this show that has a collared shirt on. You notice
He
that?
look good, man. Yeah, he looks good. He's got his hair all combed. He brushed his teeth. He looks fine.
He has teeth.
I'm the only one in the studio wearing pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we hoped you didn't bring that up, but anyway, that's right. It's just one of the things that makes us more comfortable sitting over here without any pants on. But Packy's idea. Before we get into too much serious stuff, man, Secret Service agent robbed at gunpoint during the President Biden's trip to Southern California. How does that make you feel, man?
You got to tell Biden to stop going to sketchy places where the Secret Service gets held up, right?
I'm just sitting there thinking, don't they know how to Judy chop and all that stuff? Ain't they trained and all that, on how to do all that, take the gun away and all that kind of stuff? I mean, this is the Secret Service. Is this not top shelf?
Apparently, some of the training needs to be looked at again, huh?
I just think that is hilarious. Is that not just the craziest thing?
How would you like to be that guy? Or was it a guy or was it a woman?
Either way, I don't know. Surely to goodness, whichever
How
one.
would you like to be that person either way? Yeah.
I wouldn't. It would be redneck Secret Service shot a robber at gunpoint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Well,
at least Judy chopped him.
I did hear that he shot at the guy, but apparently he missed.
That makes you feel better, don't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, he got his gun out, so that was a good thing.
I just wonder, who, the guy that actually put these Secret Service people around Biden to protect him. He must be a Trump guy because he sent all the good ones. I can tell from this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, send old Ralph. He's cross-eyed. Yeah, send Ralph. He's cross-eyed, and Bubba there. He can't use no gun. He don't know how to shoot. Let's put him on that. So
the Secret Service used to be the cream of the cream, the cream of the crop.
yeah, that's what I would think.
And here we are making fun of them, right?
Well,
This is not the first time either, because it was just I want to say less than a year ago that one of them got carjacked.
yeah.
Now they were off duty, but they got carjacked.
But you think, like I said, they're highly trained. I mean, I never seen any of that Chuck Norris stuff on TV. I mean, he every time something goes haywire with him, he whoops like 20 people at one time.
Yeah.
They need to watch more Chuck Norris TV shows.
They need to watch more movies. Right?
I'm with you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well.
Neverland.
Yeah, what are you going to do? So, but
Yeah.
these guys are actually trained to take a bullet for the president. Are they not?
That's my understanding. The ones that guard him the closest are trained to stand in front of him.
So maybe
in those
these are
kind
the
of
only ones.
situations.
Maybe these guys are the only one that actually check the box. Like, well, yeah, I'd take a bullet for him. And
How do you get trained to take a bullet for somebody?
I know me and Packy, we'd be like, I ain't checking that one.
Well, he failed.
That's why we ended up with what we got. Which end do we point? Yeah, but I'll take a bullet. But anyway. Oh, well, I just thought that was hilarious. Hey, we got Mitch Griggs on here, and he is the Economic and Development Director over at Blairsville, Georgia, and he's got a lot of stuff going on he's wanting to talk about today. You do have a lot of stuff to talk about today, right, Mitch?
Indeed.
Okay. I just checking. I didn't know if you was just going to join in.
In addition to the Hooters, yeah.
Yeah, shoot the bull with us or whatever else, but a lot going on.
Once again, we're doing show prep as the show is going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do that. So let's jump to break and see what's going on in Union County. All you folks over there, tune up because he's got a lot of stuff that he's wanting to talk about, and I'm sure it's going to be interesting to you. So we want to thank Young Harris Water Sports, and they have got a full inventory of boats and RVs. The lake is full, so get out there, get you a boat, get you an RV while you can, grab you some accessories, and we'll be right back.
And now with more news for Western North Carolina and North Georgia, I'm Jeff Batten. A Hayesville couple is being held in the county jail after being arrested last week for low-level fentanyl trafficking. Lieutenant Tyler Fagard with the Clay County Sheriff's Office says Anthony Coffey and girlfriend Autumn Miller were in possession of 14 grams. That's enough to warrant a hefty $250,000 bond. Possession of 4 grams is the minimum limit for a trafficking charge in North Carolina. Coffey had been under investigation for several weeks as law enforcement watched him travel back and forth to Asheville. And as it turns out, Coffey had done something else to earn the law's attention.
Believe it or not, he just literally moved into Glenn Scroggs' house after Glenn was sentenced to 10 years to prison for doing the same thing. So we just picked up where we left off there and literally followed him out to Asheville where he bought it and stopped him when he came back into our county.
A flurry of stolen vehicles has the Hiawassee Police and the Sheriff's Office searching for at least 2 drivers who eluded them Sunday morning and for a 3rd vehicle that was reported stolen from the Senior Center Monday. A press release from Chief Jeremy Parker commends an alert officer who followed 2 vehicles driving suspiciously Sunday morning. Once the drivers realized they were being pursued, one driver escaped to the McDonald's parking lot. The other driver abandoned his vehicle and got away on foot somewhere behind the shops across the street. He was observed on black and white surveillance video, but nothing else could be detected from the footage. The recovered vehicle had been reported as stolen. Then Monday, Parker alerted the public that a van had been stolen from the Senior Center and was used in conjunction with other thefts. Law enforcement is on the lookout for that one, too. All of the missing vehicles are thought to be now out of the area. Parker says the public was never in danger. Please download the free WJRB app. For Pat Malone and Harry Bond, I'm Jeff Patton.
Jackie Jones, Jackie Jones, Jackie Jones.
A better solution for basic vehicle service has come to the mountains. Quick Lane at Jackie Jones Ford Hayesville is your go-to place for routine auto maintenance for all vehicle makes and models. Get extraordinary service from expert technicians and take advantage of our low-price tire guarantee at Jackie Jones Ford Hayesville and jjfordhayesville.com.
Jackie Jones Ford.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
In Hayesville, you can find more insurance services on Highway 64 West, near 69. Call 828-389-4000 for a fast and accurate quote.
The Marshall Tucker Band, live on Cloud9 Tour 2024. Friday, June 21st, Anderson Music Hall at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds in Hiawassee. The Marshall Tucker Band. Now they take the highway in 2024. Reserve seats on sale now. Online at FreshTix.com. The Marshall Tucker Band, live on Cloud9 Tour 2024.
Soaps and candles made in Georgia? Yes. Jams, jellies, and honey made in Georgia? Yes. New vendors and products all made in Georgia? Yes. Find them all at the Made in Georgia Festival, presented by Lake Chatuge Chamber of Commerce on Saturday, June 29th and Sunday, June 30th at the Towns County Recreation and Conference Center in Young Harris. New this year, music on the ground Saturday. Show hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily. $5 admission and kids are free. Call 706-896-4966 for more information.
Bubbles and Botox is coming to Sentinel Plastic Surgery in Blairsville. Raffles, discounts, demonstrations, and expert advice await you at Sentinel Plastic Surgery Med Spa. Thursday, June 20th. Plan to attend the Bubbles and Botox event from 5 to 7 p.m. You'll enjoy bubbly drinks and sweets and get your $20 reservation fee back when you purchase discounted products or services that night. Find out more on the Sentinel Plastic Surgery Facebook page or call 706-439-6486 to sign up. See you June 20th.
Your Feel Better starts here.
Your Feel Better starts with Healthy Smiles by Dr. B in Hayesville. Are you afraid or embarrassed to smile because of decayed or discolored teeth? Dr. B uses the latest white fillings, all porcelain crowns, and laser teeth whitening. Visit HealthySmilesByDRB.com and get the beautiful smile you've always wanted, so you can start feeling better about yourself. Call 828-389-7305 to make an appointment.
The Morning Dish.
The Tuesday Morning Dish is powered by Young Harris Water Sports. You want to deal with people who love boats? You've come to the right place. From a new covered storage facility to boat consignment services, it's all in one place with Young Harris Water Sports.
Well, this ought to be a good show because I've been sitting here during the break listening to Catholic jokes, and I didn't get a one of them. But anyway, we'll pack in him. Y'all laughing. I don't get it. But anyway, I need to tell y'all some Baptist jokes. But what we gonna do, Mitch? What's going on in Union County? You are the economic development director over there, and everybody knows Union County is booming, man. Y'all have got something going on every day over there.
We do, yeah. Growing community, growing region. The whole Sun Belt is growing. It seems like everybody in the United States is moving to the south.
Yeah, they
For good
are.
reason. Absolutely. Low taxes, low regulation, business-friendly environment, and we're part of that.
That's what it takes. Yeah, that's what it takes to grow a business and get people to come. And they're, like I said, they're coming here. Of course, I think the Southern Living magazine had a lot to do with that back in the 70s.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
You look back at the decades and everything, and decade to decade, our population growth has been pretty significant. I mean, 30 years ago, we grew about 44% in one decade, and each decade since, it's been in the 20s. So, great place to live.
Yeah, I agree to that. So, but anyway, you've got a lot of stuff going on. What do you want to get out there where everybody knows what's going on?
Yeah, several things. But first and foremost, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Career Expo we're having here this week, in fact. It's the Mountain Valley Career Expo. This is something that started when the folks from the casino in Murphy reached out to us about some of their employment needs. Of course, they're in North Carolina and in Cherokee County, where I don't work necessarily, but they're certainly a regional employer. They employ folks from the five-county valley area. And so we were anxious to work with them and help them. So we got together with our compatriots there in Cherokee County and decided to do a job fair. We haven't done one since the pandemic, actually, when we did a drive-through contactless job fair, which was successful but strange. So it's time to do one. And then all of a sudden, we have Union County and Cherokee County working together, and we invited Fannin County to participate with us, and Towns County and Clay County to participate with us. So we kind of capture this whole five-county High Mountain Valley area, which really does constitute a labor shed. I mean, everybody in the valley moves freely between our employers and stuff, and so folks from the five counties work in each of our respective counties. So it made sense for us to all work together. So we've reached out to our counterparts in all those counties and decided we're going to have a job fair on June 21st, which is this coming Friday. It's going to be from 11 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. We wanted to make sure that not only were we capturing folks that needed a job, but also folks that might be underemployed or looking for a different opportunity, so they can come at lunchtime or after the regular working hours. It's going to be held here in Union County because we're in the center of the valley, as it were, and probably most convenient for everybody, at the Union County Sports Center, which folks in Union County at least might know as the Double Gym, a.k.a. the Double Gym, which is at 519 Industrial Boulevard. And that's the new sports center that is beside the health center and beside the new voting precinct facility that the county's built, and basically across from the high school.
So what is a job fair?
Yeah, we have invited employers from the five-county area to come and represent themselves. They'll have people from each company. We'll have tables and chairs and everything set up for everybody. And folks that are looking for a job or looking for a new or different job can come in during those times from 11 to 6 and sit down with each of the prospective employers, talk to them about the opportunities that business has, and then they'll have application materials either there or they'll be able to refer them to any online applications. We'll also have some space set aside for folks to fill out applications, and maybe just depending on how traffic flow goes, as it were, we might be able to do some on-site interviews. It's a great opportunity for our citizens to be exposed to a lot of different employers, a lot of different opportunities, and obviously for our employers to capture a whole bunch of folks all at the same time.
How many employers will be there, Mitch?
We are still tallying up because, again, we've got 5 folks working on this and everything, but we know that we'll have more than 30 employers. And one of the things that's kind of cool about this one in particular is that we'll also have some private sector workforce development partners there. And these are the folks that are somehow engaged in the workforce development pipeline. Everything from our high schools to Tri-County Community College, to North Georgia Technical College, and WorkSource Georgia Mountains. And a lot of folks don't know what WorkSource Georgia Mountains is, but it's a regional entity that is kind of an offshoot. It's the current iteration of what used to be called the Federal Job Training Partnership Act. But they receive millions of dollars. They're based in Gainesville, but they serve the Northeast Georgia region, including our counties. But they receive millions of dollars in federal grant money, and they use that to pay for training and education for a whole host of different degree and certificate programs. And it's everything from welding to truck driving to healthcare and everything in between. So it's an amazing program, amazing opportunity for folks that need to upgrade their work skills. And they can do it, just as a person and go and get their education paid for and stuff and training, on-the-job training, stuff like that. It's an exciting thing. So we'll have those resources there for folks that not only, need a job and get a job, but also have an opportunity to upgrade their skill and learn about some of those programs.
Has the pressure on the job openings in our region increased or decreased? Right after the pandemic, there was a problem finding people to work. Has that situation gotten better?
That's a great question. It's a little bit of both, right? Because right after the pandemic, there were a bunch of layoffs and everything, and a lot of jobs got refilled, which, kind of sort of maybe artificially inflated some of the job creation numbers. So they weren't necessarily job creation numbers, they were job replacement figures. But the job market and labor market has been tight ever since. It was tightening before the pandemic because we had, the economy was going great and folks were expanding and stuff, and our unemployment rates were dropping kind of across the board nationwide, and certainly here in North Georgia. The post-pandemic, it's been somewhat similar. So our unemployment rate has been in the 2s and 3s, the mid-2s and the low 3s now for a couple of years. And that's in Union County and really pretty much the other counties. They haven't varied too much from county to county. So certainly a tight labor market, and there are a lot of factors that go into that. The part of it is that, labor participation is still a little bit lagging. So folks have still, here we are 2-3 years after the pandemic, still not fully engaged in the labor market. But then we've also had a lot of folks kind of do alternative work, if you will, not necessarily going to work for a company and drawing a paycheck, but they're part of the gig economy and that kind of thing, self-employed, a lot of entrepreneurialism. So all those things have contributed to it being a tight labor market, low unemployment rate, but certainly we definitely have openings at a lot of our area employers, and they need some good folks with some skills. And maybe most importantly, strong work ethics.
Well, that's the thing.
Never mind. That cuts me out. You had me until then.
I like this gig. What did you call it? Gig what? Gig?
In the gig economy.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, man. Me and Packy both played in bands, man. There ain't no money in gigs.
Nope.
There ain't. You can throw that out there if you want to, but there ain't no money in gigs.
Yeah, and the gig economy encompasses a lot of different things, but just everything from maybe I have an eBay store, or I'm self-employed, or I'm a digital content creator, or, folks that maybe work from home, but do remote and online work.
There's a lot of that. I know several people that actually moved here that works for huge companies that works from home.
Yeah, my wife, for instance, is a remote employee. She works in Raleigh, technically, but works from home. And it's really interesting. We've got some data that we can pull and point maps and stuff like that show, inflow and outflow workers and worker locations and stuff like that. And you look at the map, and all of a sudden you'll see dots like all over the country. that work in Union County.
Right.
And a whole bunch of dots over in Atlanta area that work in Union County, or conversely, an outflow
Right.
of dots that work in Atlanta. So remote employment is definitely a thing, and in fact, the fact that we have such good broadband.
That's
here in Union County
a ticket right there.
It is. It's
Yep.
huge.
Yeah, I know houses that wouldn't sell because they didn't have good, access to the internet, because
Indeed.
that's 100% of their job.
And that was an initiative that we worked on. Again, that was a regional initiative when we did the North Georgia Network about 10 years ago. We were able to increase the broadband capacity for our local providers significantly. So Blue Ridge Mountain EMC really benefited from that particularly with their fiber network. But that's been a boon to our entire area. And while I say Blue Ridge Mountain EMC, I have to give a shout out here real quick to our partners in this, because Blue Ridge Mountain EMC is certainly instrumental in putting on this job fair. Of course, Union County Development Authority, Fannin County Development Authority, Cherokee and Clay Counties, Tri-County Community College, Cherokee Casino, or the Valley Casino, was a real big help in putting all this together. And the Southeastern Industrial Development Authority, which is a marketing arm of the Tennessee Valley Authority.
A lot of authority there.
A lot of authorities, yeah. Can't make anybody do anything, but it sounds impressive.
We got the authority on there. Oh, Lord. Now, I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Back when I was a kid, growing up, we wanted to work because we couldn't buy gas for our cars. But it seems nowadays people just want to sit around, and I guess they draw a check. I don't know how do you eat if you don't work? I hadn't figured that part out, Packy.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Good question. And some of that, lag, if you will, in labor force participation rate, I still haven't figured out.
A lot of these people, though, they come up here and they work here because like a lot of the taxes are lower, and the housing costs are lower and stuff. But they work for a company that's based out of Atlanta or something, so they reap the benefits of both. They're making Atlanta money, but they're living up here, and with the low housing costs that we enjoy.
Yeah, indeed. And that's created some other ripple effects, if you will, and some imbalances, particularly in the housing market. Because we've got folks that maybe can work remotely. They might be working in Raleigh, or they might be working in Atlanta, technically, or that's where they draw their paycheck. But they've moved here for the quality of life, for our schools, for our healthcare system, for all the reasons that, heck, all of us are here. But now they bought a house and everything. So they become competition, if you will, in the housing market.
Right.
There you go.
And
But
so that's
leave your
created some other
voting
things.
there.
Yeah, y'all listen up. Y'all move here because you like it so much, because everything's just right.
Well,
But
you
then
guys
y'all
ought to do
wanna-
it this way.
We don't want to change it to the way you come.
Well,
we don't
used
care
to
where
do
you're
it
from.
like this, where we came from.
We don't care how you did it where you come from. We salt and pepper our food before we eat it. So
We put salt in our grits.
dang right. We don't put no trespassing signs up. Yeah, y'all got to quit all that. What's some of the job people that or some of the industries or whatever you got that's coming to this job fair that you know?
Yeah, it's really going to be across the board. We've got really all of our major manufacturers. So we'll have folks from the manufacturing sector well represented here. So people that have skills in CNC machining and operating and welding, machine operators and maintenance will certainly have openings for that. Companies like Corrugated Replacement and Panel Built and Advanced Digital Cable here in Union County. But then we'll also have a little bit of cross-section. We'll have the folks from Union General Hospital System, which has facilities in multiple counties here, and they've got lots of openings in the healthcare field. But then we'll also have things from hospitality. Brasstown Valley Resort will be there. We'll have some restaurant folks there. We'll have some retail folks there. So we really wanted to reach out and get a good representation of all of our industry sectors,
Right.
So that folks would have lots of opportunities, depending on their interest and their skill sets, to find a new job.
Mitch, how big of a factor is housing in the job opening?
Oh, you had to bring it up, didn't you, Pat? You had to bring it up.
I knew I was going to kick over the rock here, but just mute Stephen's mic for a minute.
You had to do it. You just had to go.
No, I mean housing's
I
a
had
thing.
to do it.
And housing's a thing nationwide. And of course, there's a lot of factors to it. And it really goes all the way back to 2008, and the Great Recession and the crash back then, because all of a sudden, as a result of that crash, the the builders that were normally building slack, if you will, in the housing market, basically in the form of spec housing, stopped. And nobody was building anything spec for 10 years. And so it was all just custom homes and home on demand, if you will. And so we've got a 10-year lag of slack, if you will, from the builders. No fault of their own. Of course, they would have been crazy and couldn't get a loan anyway to try and build that kind of excess capacity. So we've got that going on. Of course, all these years, the population's continued to grow. And then we had, folks in millennial and even Gen Z that were deferring housing, making some lifestyle choices, maybe putting off family stuff, not getting married, not having kids, not buying a house, not wanting to buy a house, wanting to be a little footloose and fancy-free. So, that also decreased demand there for a while. So folks weren't building for that market. And then all of a sudden, everybody decided to change. Pandemic comes, and we don't have any slack in the market. We had the great migration of people across the United States, particularly people coming from other areas into the Sun Belt, that increased demand. We had all those folks that were deferring housing or permanent housing, buying housing for a while, all entering the market. So it was kind of a perfect storm of an imbalance of demand and supply. So that's tightened the housing market, and that's something that we're going to have to address, just like every other community in the Southeast and really nation, frankly. And of course, we've got interest rates and stuff like that are factoring into the complications, and still some lagging stuff from the supply chain and cost per square foot. So all these things are contributing to it, and there are strategies that we can adopt, and maybe I need to come back on and talk about the strategic plan that we're doing over in Union County here, but at another date, because housing will certainly be a part of that.
Well, I think you kind of got the bull by the horns here on this housing deal, because you got this job fair. So what y'all folks need to do is go out here and get you one of these jobs, and then you can buy you a house. That's the way it works.
That's pretty much the way it works. Yeah, that's kind of how
it ain't
I
up to me.
Never thought of that.
It ain't up to me to furnish you a place to live. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, how about this? Everybody that gets a job can live in Stephen's basement.
There you go. Being I ain't got a basement, you're welcome to go down there. Yeah. That's the thing, we argue on this thing all the time about house trailers. Everybody in the local area that's moved in here, they're like, we don't want to see eyesore house trailers out there. But, the majority of people started out in smaller houses or house trailers or whatever, they got started, and then they worked their way up, But then a lot of folks don't want to see it. And it don't bother me. I don't mind house trailers. I mean, everybody lived in one at one time. They're pretty nice nowadays, I think they call them tiny homes now. Ain't they call them tiny homes? So they can afford something like that, but yet all these big political folks don't want them in here. So here we go again. So we need to build these government housing.
You get some rock underpinning on there, man.
I like the rock underpinning, man. I'm telling you, that really nice. It's really nice.
Just take the wheels off. Yeah.
I don't even do that. I didn't even do that, because that way if I didn't like my neighbor, I just hooked up and left. I just gone.
Or if they try to come repossess it, you can just leave,
Yeah, that's it. Just
always on the move, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with my theory? I mean, is that not the way it works? You get up, you go to work, you save your money, you buy a house, and then if that house don't suit you, save your money, you buy another house.
Exactly. Keep moving up the ladder.
Before Mitch answers that, let me apologize to him for raising the issue.
I don't know, Pat. I think you're on your own. I think Mitch agrees.
I don't think he's that far off base there.
Yeah, there you go, Pat.
That paycheck is the pathway to success in life.
Yeah. Used to people be proud of what they done, Well, so anyway, bitch, hang on. We got another break to go. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. We got to throw another break in there. But anyway, we're halfway through, and we sure appreciate him being here, because a lot of stuff going on.
And courtesy of the job fair, we're giving away a free job.
There you go.
Stay tuned.
There you go.
Do that giveaway here in a minute.
Yeah, we need somebody to run this board over here. Oh, wait, did you tell Pat?
I guess we didn't
better talk about that. Young Harris Water Sports. Y'all go by and check them out. They've got a large inventory of boats and RVs. And if y'all go to the job fair, then you can afford one of these boats or RVs and accessories. See how that works? That works pretty good, don't it? Yep. So anyway, we'll be right back.
Young Harris Water Sports and RV, now offering new RVs and boats from top brands like Grand Design, Rockwood, Cedar Creek, Godfrey Pontoons, Hurricane Deck Boats, Monterey Bowriders, Robalo Center Consoles, and more. Now offering a closeout sale on all 2023 boats and RVs. Young Harris Water Sports and RV has the largest service center and parts and accessories selection in the area, so there's no reason to leave the mountains. Young Harris Water Sports and RV, located at 3676 Highway 76, or online at yhmarineandrv.com. Let's go!
For over 50 years, Mountain Realty of Hiawassee has been providing outstanding service to our clients. If you're looking to buy or sell in North Georgia or Western North Carolina, Mountain Realty will provide you with the most ethical, honest, and efficient service possible. Our realtors listen and are eager to help our clients find their dream home or property. We're members of Northeast Georgia and Georgia MLS, allowing extra exposure to agents working with buyers. We are easy to find on the shores of Lake Chattooga in downtown Hiawassee at 325 North Main Street and at mountainrealty.com.
Hi, this is Marvin Cooper with Bannister Cooper Funeral Home. At our funeral home, you won't want to ask for the man in charge. All I do is write the checks. My wife Tamala is the funeral professional, but I am good with finance and can tell you, in this time of high inflation, there is no better time to pre-plan a funeral. Gas prices are up, food prices are up, even dog food prices are up. Come lock in your funeral or cremation price today. We are Bannister Cooper Funeral Home, Towns County's local funeral home.
Chris here with a Loaded Cow. One question I get often is, does your strawberry ice cream have real strawberries? I'm proud to say that we use real fruit in all of our fruit flavors. Not only does our strawberry ice cream have real strawberries, but our peach has real peaches, raspberry has real raspberries, and yes, our banana flavors contain real bananas. We believe fresh fruit is the only way to make our utterly loaded with flavor ice cream. Come by the Loaded Cow and pick up a pint and taste for yourself the difference that real fruit makes.
Hey folks, this is Dr. Andre Scheffler. Have you heard the news? Hillcrest Clinic and Imaging has moved. Come visit us at our new facility at 401 Pat Harrelson Drive. Not feeling well? Come see one of our providers at the walk-in clinic. Has your doctor ordered an MRI, CT, ultrasound, or X-ray? Visit our certified radiology center for excellent images at 1/3 the price of our competitors. You will receive the same high-quality care as before, this time with a flat, easy-to-access parking lot. Come on by. You'll be glad you did.
You hear it and you can't find it. No, not your phone. We're talking about the leak near your spigot or somewhere else in the yard. Meanwhile, your $50 water bill is now $500. Grayland Leak Detection will find the leak. Grayland has the specialized equipment to find it and make the necessary repairs at a fraction of the cost of replacing your whole water system. Call Eric locally at Grayland, 706-897-9110, 706-897-9110, and find that leak once and for all.
The Morning Dish.
Young Harris Water Sports says it may be Tuesday, but on the lake, every day's the weekend. Young Harris Water Sports is ranked #1 in customer service and boasts the #1 full marine service department in the mountain area. So make it the best Tuesday ever at Young Harris Water Sports.
All righty, we're back with you. Mitch didn't leave. He is still here, man. Yeah, he said he's actually having a pretty good time, so that works.
As long as you keep bringing the donuts, I'll stay.
There you go. We got a comment up there. Who we got?
Jody Cox says,
Hey,
good
Jody.
morning, guys. Great show so far. It's great to hear about the job fair for residents.
There you go. Get on him. Get on him. So let me ask something, Mitch. We got anything new coming to town? I mean, you got any big announcements or anything about any fancy restaurants or any, I don't know, anything going on that we could get a scoop on while
we
we're
could
here?
break the news.
Break the
on
news.
I was about
this
to say,
show.
If I told you, I'd have to, actually, we've always got a lot of projects in the pipeline.
Right.
And we do work on everything from, industrial manufacturing concerns that we try and locate in the airport industrial park. We're also pretty heavily engaged in the commercial sector, so we recruit national retail to the community like Longhorn and Aldi and stuff like that. So we've always got stuff in the hopper. Generally, we can't really
Come on,
talk about
Mitch.
it.
Come on. Put it out there.
These guys are very protective. They're
We want to
confidentiality.
know. Inquiring minds want to know.
But we've got several manufacturing concerns that we're working on that we hope to pull across the finish line here very, very soon. And also a couple of our retail targets as well that are national retailers that we're trying to pull across the finish line. And the confidentiality thing is simply because In the case of manufacturers and stuff, they really don't want anybody to know what they're up to until they announce something, because A, they don't want their existing employees maybe to panic and say,
Right.
oh my gosh, you're going to close our factory in Indiana and relocate it, which may not be the case. But they also don't necessarily want their competitors to know what's going on. If you're making widgets, you don't want your competitor in Arkansas to know that you're opening a plant in the Southeast. And in the case of retail, it gets really, really confidential because, of course, if everybody knows that, and this is not the case, okay, this is one of the favorite rumors that I see all the time is Olive Garden. I don't know everybody's fixation on Olive Garden, but I guess everybody really likes Olive Garden. But
Well, I'll tell you
I'm
why,
not work-
because we like our listeners especially. We like to get
Yeah.
the like unlimited breadstick soup
Yeah,
for like
I'll go in and-
$6. We just sit there all day, man, drink wine and eat bread.
Something about those breadsticks and lettuce.
So
but
there's not one coming to town?
I can say that I'm not currently engaged with those fellows.
Oh, man.
Well, and they've got their models, if you will. All the national guys have models, and it's all
I
demographics.
know I ain't talking
and
about
traffic
Hooters. We're
counts.
talking about
But they just don't do smaller markets. It's weird, and they're part of the same group, Darden, as Longhorn. And Longhorn, when we first got wind, Longhorn, for instance, was willing at least to consider smaller markets. Of course, we went after them.
But now, is this not one of the biggest stores they have?
It is. It's been incredibly successful. In fact, after 1 year of operation, of course, it took us 7 years to fully land Longhorn, because we have to convince them that it's not that their models are wrong. It's just that their models are tailored to urban, suburban kind of stuff.
Right.
And we're not that. So we have to convince them. And I've done some alternative demographics and all kinds of things that, kind
Now,
of
we
tweak their
don't want none of
models.
them alternative
Yeah,
demographics in
but-
here. We just
well,
want normal people.
I have to come to them and say, hey, your model doesn't really fit, and here's how I fixed it for you. And, they're like, who is this guy from Blairsville?
Yeah.
So it takes a while to convince them that, we're legit and the information's legit. But after 1 year, the Longhorn here was named the store of the decade in the
Yeah.
entire Darden Properties Group. So
Yeah,
that was,
I understand that.
a big deal.
Yeah.
But if folks know that, for instance, Olive Garden wants to come here and they're looking for a site, all of a sudden the cost of land doubles and triples. So
That does that.
They're
yeah.
quite protective of
People want that dollar.
the process.
And you
yeah.
can't blame them.
Sure.
Yeah, you can't blame
them. But we do have a lot of things in the works, and of course, we'll announce it as we are released to do so.
Right.
But it'll be a little bit of across the board. I think one of the things, again, I think I referenced this earlier, that I'd like to come back on sometime in the near future because we've got an RFP out right now.
RFP.
RFP, request for proposals.
Okay, the RFP is. I don't know them lingo. I ain't got the lingo down, man.
That's like a request for a request, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Request for an idea.
I can give you some ideas.
Yeah.
I'm a thinker.
Well, you submit for it, man.
I have to submit for that.
Yeah, I'm afraid you got to submit a proposal.
Got to get a permit for that.
Yeah. You got to put it on some kind of letterhead or something.
Oh, okay.
But Pat can whip something up.
We got Google Docs.
Yeah, we
man.
got
We
it.
get it.
Oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, we got an RFP out for a community-wide strategic plan for Union County.
Right.
And I'm real excited about it. We've never done one in Union County. Of course, we do a comp plan. That's a 10-year comp plan. But this is a little bit more specific, if you will. And we'll kind of drill down into some of the key issues and challenges that the community is facing, mostly from growth pressures.
So what is the main thing that Union County is facing? What is the biggest obstacle?
It's hard to say that's one thing because it's kind of collective, right?
Right.
As the community grows, as the area has grown.
Right. I know traffic is a big deal.
Well, yeah, it's put pressure on our infrastructure. For instance, that's one thing on our transportation and road network. We effectively have two main roads in the whole county, right? 129 and 515. So, if you're going anywhere in Union County, you got to get on one and probably both of those roads. And so, we need to kind of step back and look and probably wind up doing a whole new transportation plan.
I think just raise the speed limit.
Raise the speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do like 55 through town,
Yeah.
clear that thing out pretty quick.
I know Mac was trying like heck to get him to lower the speed limit at least through town.
So that'd call traffic jams.
We'll just create, some new lanes, super speed lanes.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Super speed. Yeah.
Or run a monorail across. Yeah.
No, I ain't in for none of that MARTA stuff.
But transportation network stuff, water and sewer. One of the things that I'm particularly interested in, hope the plan will address, and it'll probably ask for more planning, is land use. When you look at our area in all the surrounding counties, a lot of our land is tied up in the national forest.
Right.
In Union County, about 50%. And then when you take in other state lands and county land and city land, that's around another 16, 18%. And
Right.
then you take in land that's in conservation easement. Pretty soon you're up to about 72% of your land area can't be developed. And there's a lot of good things to say about that, right? Keeps the natural environment and keeps the character and culture.
Keeps the
of
riffraff out too.
Yeah, it is a ceiling on our growth.
Right.
And folks say, oh my gosh, we're going to become Miami. Well, we literally can't. We're a relatively small community to begin with, land area wise. But then when you got about 72% of your land that can't be developed, it leaves you about 28% that you can do something with, which is good in a lot of ways. But what it does is make that land that much more precious, and you really need to pay close attention to how that land's being utilized, use it efficiently, put appropriate land uses in the appropriate places, industrial and industrial, commercial and commercial, ag and ag, and all that sort of stuff. I know that kind of sounds like zoning. You don't have to have the zoning.
Yeah, that's what I'm sitting here thinking.
Yeah. No, you don't have to have zoning to have a land use plan.
Right.
But because you can guide growth in ways like with infrastructure, run a road or widen a road or improve a road or run a sewer line or a water line to an area that you want to encourage growth in, and not do that in an area that you don't want to encourage growth in. And that doesn't require zoning. That just requires some thoughtful planning.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm against zoning, and of course I don't even like water and sewer. And I know you think, what? You don't like water and sewer? I really don't. And the reason I say that is because you got these old farmers got this land out here, and everybody wants it. And if they can buy it, they can put 4 houses on an acre. And if you didn't have water and sewer, then you could just put 1 house, because you have to, I guess it's a half acre you have to have before you can actually put a septic tank and drill a well.
Yeah, I think with a well and septic, it's 3/4.
3/4 of an acre. So see, that kind of slow things down a little bit. But
yeah, it does. And that puts a lid on growth, and
Yeah.
then and it depends on what your strategy and goal is.
Right.
But by the same token, if like there's a community that's kind of famous in South Georgia, I won't mention the name, but they're like, hey, we want to slow down growth. We don't want too many folks coming and all that sort of stuff. So they put like a 10 acre per house thing on their books. Great, but what that resulted in is, it slowed down growth, but it also used up all the land, so to speak.
Right.
And so you got to think about, unintended consequences in those kind of ways.
So I'm good with it, man. I didn't have nothing growing up, and I ain't got nothing now, and I don't need nothing, so I'm good with it. I don't care if it, But hey, we got to get to another break, and this is our last break, I think, is it not? And this is where we actually give something away. I love give something away. What we got, Pat?
Hey, let's give away a free pizza courtesy of Papa's.
Ooh, pizza.
Any of the 3 Papa's locations, Murphy, Blairsville, Hiawassee. And Pat Malone's going to have a trivia question for you. And what else we got? We'll get throwing a free T-shirt, too.
There you go. What kind of trivia question we got today, Pat?
Well, we've been talking about business, so we're going to have a business trivia question.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. So let's take a quick break. We got a business question. The number is 706-379-9770. We want to thank Young Harris Water Sports for bringing you the show, and we'll be right back.
Young Harris Water Sports and RV, now offering new RVs and boats from top brands like Grand Design, Rockwood, Cedar Creek, Godfrey Pontoons, Hurricane Deck Boats, Monterey Bowriders, Robalo Center Consoles, and more. Now offering a closeout sale on all 2023 boats and RVs. Young Harris Water Sports and RV has the largest service center and parts and accessories selection in the area, so there's no reason to leave the mountains. Young Harris Water Sports and RV, located at 3676 Highway 76, or online at yhmarineandrv.com. Let's go!
Physical therapy at Erlanger Western Carolina Hospital helps patients return to living and moving pain-free after a physical injury, illness, stroke, or surgery. Now accepting new patients. Call 828-837-7777.
The summer sales are heating up at General Supply in Blairsville. Select hardwood trees are 15% off. Some hardwoods on sale as low as $20. Select 3-gallon hydrangeas on sale for $25.98 to $29.98. All 5-gallon and bigger fruit trees are $10 off. And check out the new summer clothing and apparel in the Ladies Boutique. And as always, don't miss Propane Fridays. 20-pound propane tank refill, only $12.50 plus tax every Friday. It's the summer sale at General Supply going on now. General Supply, 706-363-1000.
Whether you need a cart to ride around the campground, a neighborhood cruiser, or a utility vehicle for the yard, North Georgia Golf Carts has you covered. Our family-owned company of almost 20 years offers a full-service department for all major brands, a complete line of parts and accessories, pickup and delivery service, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff. North Georgia Golf Carts is here to make your life easier. Call 706-896-8835 or stop by at 3850 Highway 76. Here at North Georgia Golf Carts, our aim is to keep you rolling.
Are you needing just a pinch of seasoning for that special dish? The whole store in Murphy has what you need by the spoonful or by the pound in the large section of high quality bulk herbs and spices. The whole store, vitamins, herbs, and foods in Murphy. Open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. in Murphy on 64 West, helping to improve the quality of life of people in the tri-state area. You deserve the best. The whole store, Lakeside Plaza, Murphy.
Looking for a place to retire in a vibrant community where you can live, serve, share, and feel safe? At Hiawassee Park Senior Living Community, we are more than just neighbors, we're family. Visit our lovely community today and sit on a porch of our new independent luxury 1 and 2 bedroom cottages to appreciate the breathtaking views of Lake Chattooga and the North Georgia mountains. We have immediate availability. Make Hiawassee Park home. Call 762-500-2021.
Regain the ability to perform everyday activities after a debilitating injury or illness. Choose occupational therapy at Erlanger Western Carolina Hospital. Now accepting new patients. Call 828-837-7777.
The Morning Dish.
The Tuesday Morning Dish is powered by Young Harris Water Sports. You want to deal with people who love boats? You've come to the right place. From a new covered storage facility to boat consignment services, it's all in one place with Young Harris Water Sports.
All righty, we're back with you, folks, and we're fixing to give away some Papa's Pizza to go. And Pat Malone has got the question, and we have before we get to the question though, I'm going to throw this out there where Mitch can figure this out. But anyway, all us Baptists are having night sweats over here because they're remodeling the KFC, and now they're the chick asked why is the Chick-fil-A closed for remodeling at the most busiest time of the year. We'll get to that after we ask the question, but I'm telling you, man, us Baptists, we're going into DTs at this point with all the chicken places closing down. But anyway, what you got, Pat?
The question is, what is the best-selling food item in Walmart?
What's the best-selling food item in Walmart? Give us a call, 706-379-9770, if you know what the best-selling food item is in Walmart. Who would have even figured that out?
Walmart.
Walmart.
Ingalls.
Mitch, what the heck's going on with the Chick-fil-A?
Well, good news, bad news. Chick-fil-A, that was also one of our projects way back in the day. So we're proud to have them in our community, but and they've been just crazy successful, of course, and they've grown and remodeled and everything, and they're just at that stage in their business cycle where they need to redo their kitchen,
right?
Modernize some of their stuff in their kitchen and expand it, because their business is just phenomenal. So. And there wasn't really a good time to shut down. So this is just one of those things where timing of everything just said, okay, we're just going to have to do it now. So the great thing about it is, though, that, of course, it'll reopen as the new and improved with greater capacity,
right.
Be able to serve more customers. And, the owner-operator, you guys may know him, Daniel Liberatore.
Right.
Great guy. He's actually keeping his folks on payroll while they're closed. So, it's a great example of, owner-operator really doing right by his folks.
Well, that is pretty cool. Now he's actually paying them while they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
So we need, for all you lazy folks, now's the time to go to Chick-fil-A in Blairsville and get you a job. You just sit at the house and draw a check.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to work there right now and then quit as soon as they open back up again.
Right now, your job, I guess, would be masonry or something.
Yeah, I reckon Packy. He said, "Man, they're closing. Let's mean you open up a cluck flay." And I said, "Well, cluck flay." He said, "We can skim while they're closed." So that's a pretty good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Everybody was talking about the number of social media and stuff, which I tried like heck to avoid. The oh my gosh, we have so many chicken places. One of the things that some of the commercial brokers and folks at the trade shows that I attend for national retailers, I made the comment to them about the proliferance, if you will, with so many chicken places, so many new brands coming on and existing brands expanding and stuff, and burger places doing chicken and everybody doing chicken. And the quote was, "Chicken loves chicken."
Yeah.
And
it's
yeah,
Baptist. That's what's going on with that. It's all Baptist.
Hey, Mitch, hold tight right there. We got a caller on
Who we
there.
got, Puddin'?
We do. We got Faye Roberts this morning.
Hey, Faye, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
I'm just hanging in here, just having a good time.
I tell you, I know that's right.
So what is the number one selling food in Walmart?
Well, I honestly thought it was going to be potted meat or Spam.
That's what I would think.
Yeah, exactly, right? But it turns out to be Hamburger Helper.
What?
Can you believe
No,
that?
Faye, I'm sorry. That's not it.
That's not it?
Nope.
That's not it.
No.
I'd go back to the potted meat if it's me.
Go back. Well, can I have one more shot?
One more shot.
Macaroni and cheese.
No,
That's a
that's
good
not
guess,
it
though.
either.
One more. Come on, Faye. You
Think-
get one more.
Think in the fruit category.
Fruit.
Wine.
Grape.
No.
Bananas.
Yeah, you finally got there.
Bananas.
Walmart sells more than 1.5 billion pounds of bananas annually.
Really?
Yeah.
Where does potted meat come in on all that?
I know. That's what I was wondering.
252nd.
Wow. Bananas.
How
about that, Packy?
There you go.
Well, that goes to show you we're all just a bunch of monkeys.
There you go. Well, we got you some pizza to go right over here at Papa's Pizza to Go. You get you some bananas on that. Mitch, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, I appreciate being here, guys. And don't forget, the date is this Friday, June 21st at the Union County Sports Center from 11 to 6.
There you go. Get over and get you a job. Folks, we'll be back bright and early in the morning. I have no idea who Pat Malone's got on tomorrow. Probably another Democrat.
Oh, we got a victim's advocate from Clay County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, that'd be good. All right.
Yeah.
We got Gary Chapman on tomorrow, so it ought to be good.
Oh, man. let
Your
the
favorite
bees
day, Pat.
continue.
Hey,
Yeah.
big thanks to Daniel Duello. Go to duellolaw.com.
There you go. Go check him out. He's on your side now. So we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all be good.